What's up guys, Venom RB here, and today I'm going to be doing a video I did in Ultimate Driving, and now we're going to go ahead and do it in Driving Empire, which is going over every single car in Driving Empire, where I just sort of give my opinions on it, if it's good, if it's bad, so on and so forth. Keep in mind that this video is to some extent opinionated, because obviously I just have my opinions on certain cars, and yours just might not agree with mine. But yeah, we're going to be going over every single car. Keep in mind, I'm not going to show footage of them driving. I'm just going to show the car here, and that'll be it. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the first car on the list is this Audi, and I'm going to try and call it in real life names, but I don't know them all, especially luxury cars. So this Audi, cheap, junky, really not good at anything. Here we have a Volkswagen Golf. Probably a GTI, I think. And again, slow, no good. Here we have a Corvette C6, C5, C5 or C6. Probably C6. Good car, great for starting out, good top speed, even stock, and a solid car all around. Mazda Miata, I'm not sure what exactly comes after that. Pretty slow, not worth it, just is what it is. Here we have probably C2, no it's not, it's probably a C2 Corvette. I wish the pop-up headlights actually worked, and it's kind of slow and dumb. Here we have a Yamaha Gsxr. I don't know if there's like this in real life. Like, I mean, this is a real life name, so is it like one of these in real life? I'm not sure. Really cool vehicle in Driving Empire. It's the only motorcycle currently, and I'm super glad that they decided to go with like one of these. Fun to use. 10 of 10, I guess. I don't freaking know. Ford Mustang Gt. Basically Ford's idea of a boat. It's not particularly fast. And I don't know, these crash a lot. It's not that great. It's just not worth the money. Alright, 2016 Chevy Camaro Ss, 170 miles an hour, 4.1 seconds. And while this is better than the Ford Mustang, it's just still not really worth it when you can just get the Corvette that's cheaper and faster. Alright, the Toyota BMW Z4, Supra, whoopsie. This car, again, just not really worth it. There's no purpose to it. The Porsche 911, I don't think it's a turbo. I could be wrong. This thing is a drift machine. If you put, or at least it used to be, I think it still is. If you put drift tires on this thing, max it out, you can drift it like crazy. Now, this car is not worth it because it's still slower than the Corvette C5, C6, I think C6. But it's still not bad. So like, if you like the styling on this more, then it's definitely a solid car. The interior is pretty good too. So Tesla Cybertruck. This car, I can't tell if it's a really low poly model or if it's just a really accurate thing in real life. So yeah, the Cybertruck, really not worth it. It's kind of it's just slow, and then the mods just aren't great because it's electric. Alrighty, Mark IV Supra. And this car, obviously 1,000 horsepower from factory, wink wink. Not really worth it. I see a lot of these are sort of riced because kids think they're fast or something because YouTube compilations. And just not worth the price. Corvette C7. Now this car is basically a C6, just with a different body in performance in DE. So, I mean, it's cheap still, and it's a good car. So, like, I would personally get this over the C6 because it's barely anything more, and I just like the styling. And, yeah, good car. Dodge Charger, aka boat. Not as good as the Corvette C7. The Dodge Challenger, another boat. Again, it's not as fast as the Corvette. However, if you're into these kinds of cars, it's basically the same, so not a bad deal at all. The Mercedes something, I don't know what this is called. It is not worth it. It's got a slow top speed. The Porsche Old Person Mobile. Unfortunately, it's got a decent top speed, but it's just not worth it. Just get a Corvette. The 2001 R34 Skyline, because it's so cool. Because Skyline, Nissan GTR, fangirl of car. Not worth it. Don't buy it. The 2009 Audi R8. This, I don't even know if this is like the V10 model. Basically, it's not worth it. It's got a bad top speed, and don't buy it. The I don't know, rich Karen car? I don't know what you would call this thing. The Mercedes G Wagon, absolutely useless for literally everything. It's so slow. The Camaro Zl1, good car. It's fast. It doesn't have the top speed so much, but definitely not a terrible option. Should you be like, if you like are into Camaros more of. The Ford Mustang GT, what is this, 500 I think? 500 or, yeah, 500 I think, or 350, I'll figure out later. But, this Mustang, not worth it, just get the Camaro instead. The Track car, which is this Lexus race car, not really worth it. It's a lot slower than just the ZL1, so, and you need Robux to get it. Ferrari 430, looks nice, honestly, not that fast, just get something else, unless you want that Ferrari styling. And it's not that it's a slow car, it's just not as fast as the other cars. Lamborghini Gallardo, basically a 430 with slower acceleration and a higher top speed. Again, it's not great. If you like the styling, go for it, because it's really not that big of a difference. The 2020 Range Rover, no. Same thing as the G Wagon, just no. The 2018 Nissan GTR Nismo, maybe, I think. Nismo, I don't know how you say it. Pretty cool car. Decent. It's a really good acceleration. So it's like a drag build for cheap. It's pretty solid. Top speed wise, not so much. The Corvette C8, and this is probably one of the best cars for cheap in the game, just because of how good all around it is, with good acceleration, good top speed, and a good price. This thing, the Alfa Romeo, whatever it is, it makes a fun rally car, I guess. I can't say it's good at driving at rally, but it sort of looks like a rally car, so that's cool. Otherwise, don't buy it. The McLaren Mp412c, which is honestly a really good car at $100,000. It's a lot better than most cars because it's got the top speed, the acceleration, cheap. So it's like a better C8 because like the same acceleration, just this got a better top speed. So it's kind of a no-brainer. The Dodge Demon, basically really good drag car for cheap, really bad handling car, and decent top speed car. And really good boat. Okay, Mercedes SLS AMG, not other version. I don't know what you would call this entirely. There's so many versions of these things. Again, just not worth it because you got the bad top speed and the bad acceleration. The Corvette C7, I'm blanking out. ZR1, yes. Good car, better than a 12C. So I would recommend this, especially since it's good handling too. I'm not sure if this would be faster than a 12C upgraded. I think in theory it would be, or very similar, but it should handle better if I recall correctly. The Acura Nsx, aka bad supercar that nobody uses. Slow top speed, good acceleration, but bad top speed. Yeah, just no, forget about it. Porsche 911 something. 911R, is that even a car? I don't know. Again, just not worth it. Slow acceleration, really slow acceleration, not a good top speed. Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. I think this is Superleggera anyways. Really nice, not good top speed, not good acceleration. It's just like, this whole video is just, That's the issue with all these games, is one car is overpowered. It just makes the other ones all crappy, but that's just the way it is. So, yeah, just don't buy it because it's not worth it. Dodge Viper ACR. I really wish I could say this thing was worth it, but it's not in this game because the handling's pretty bad. All I can say is the mesh is really nice, but yeah, not worth it. The Mercedes AMG GTR S Ls Amg GT, whatever the frick it is. Again, not worth it. Just, yeah. The Ferrari is this the 4? This is 24. This has got to be the 488, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. 458. No, this has got to be the 458. Yeah, the Ferrari 458. No. Again, it's just not worth it. Top speed's just not there. The Lamborghini Urus. Now, if you have to get an SUV, this is the one to get in the game. Best overall performance, but again, it's just not insane. It used to be really overpowered, but they nerfed it, which I'm kind of glad about. The Porsche 911 GT3, I think, or something along those lines. Really cool car. The interior is kind of low quality. I love the way it looks, and it's got good acceleration, but the top speed is just not there. The Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan. Now, this car is not a bad option, but the thing is, it's the same basically performance as a 12C and a C701, but it's way more expensive. So again, no. Lamborghini Murcielago. This is a good car. If you want a Lamborghini that still performs pretty well and looks sick and is a V12 and all of that, good option. Tops out to 12. The stock. The acceleration's not good, but it's not the worst. So all in all, this is a pretty solid car. It's not like the best deal you can get, but it's not that expensive, and it's a cool car. So the Mclaren Arturo. Now, this is a better deal than the Murcielago because you lose 1 mile an hour stock, so a few miles an hour max, but you got better acceleration. Only problem, it looks like a ripoff 570S from China, so there's that. The Ferrari 599. Cool car, not a good top speed, not good acceleration. The McLaren GT. Just no, low top speed, low acceleration, high price. Ferrari 430 Scuderia. This isn't a terrible car because, I mean, Murcielago and it have the same top speed. This one's a bit more expensive. You do get better acceleration. So this is better than the Murcielago, and it's only a bit more, but it's not such a huge difference because it's just acceleration. So in that case, just get whichever one you like more. Definitely not a bad option. The Aston Martin thing. I don't know what the Aston Martins are called. I don't pay attention. It's kind of like a stupid brand in my opinion. Sorry. Well, most of their cars are. Anyways, 200 miles an hour, 3.8 seconds, 0 to 60, not that fast. Pass on it. This is a cool Aston Martin. Isn't this an Aston Martin? I think so, yeah. This one is the race car Aston Martin, and it's just slow. Like, the handling's not bad, but it's just such a slow car that just don't get it. The Huracan Evo Spider. Good acceleration, bad top speed. It is a convertible. The top goes up and down. So, pros and cons. Personally wouldn't get it, but it is a cool roadster, so. Porsche 911 Gt3 Rs. This handles pretty well. Good acceleration for a grinding car, top speed and stuff. It's absolute trash. Porsche 911 Turbo S, I think, or something like that off the name. Good acceleration, really good actually. Decent top speed. I mean, if you like Porsches a lot, get it. Otherwise, it's just really not worth it. It's like a big difference between the Lamborghini Murcielago and this, and it's still much slower. The Audi R8 V10 Plus. Good car, good acceleration. It's the top speed on all of these that just sort of kills them. Again, not a bad option. It's just not a good option. The Mercedes McLaren thingy. Cool car. Good cruising car. not good acceleration, not good top speed, not good price tag. Don't get it. The 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo Spider. Now, I don't believe the top goes up and down on this car. I could be wrong. Same thing for this one. But this car is the best car you can buy as a noob. And you see a ton of them, and they're always riced, and it's so irritating, but there's a lot of them for a reason. They're really freaking fast. So 221 miles an hour top speed stock in 2.7 second acceleration and a price tag of $229,000, which is really, really good. And this is what you see most people recommend to start out with. Interior detail and stuff's really good, and it's a pretty solid looking car. So yeah, just really overpowered, really fast, and get that if you're starting out. The Bentley thing, yeah, I don't know what this is called either. It's a piece of trash, don't buy it. The Spiker something, I don't again know what this is called. It's a cool looking car, I guess, but it doesn't perform well. So Porsche 911 Gt2 Rs. This car handles really well, has good acceleration, just not good top speed. Track car wise, pretty good top speed car, just don't buy it. The Aston Martin something, again, it's not bad, but compared to the F8, it's not even remotely worth it, so yeah. Huracan Performante. Good handling car, decent top speed car. I mean, it's nothing like the F8, but it's good acceleration. It's not a bad car. It's not worth it, but it's, again, not a bad option. Mclaren 600 LT, basically a slower Performante. It's just not worth it. The Mclaren 720S. Now, this car is good. But again, this is so irritating to me to say, oh, it's not as good as the F8 over and over, but it's just true. It's not a bad car to buy. It's really not. Good interior and stuff. But it's not as fast, which is unfortunate. McLaren 675 LT. Really cool car. Just not worth it because the acceleration's not good. Top speed's not good. It's kind of an older car at this point. I say that it's 5 years old. The frick. 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale, I think is what this would be. No, slow top speed, slow acceleration, high price tag. Rolls-Royce ugly SUV thingy. I should remember what this is, but I just don't, and I don't care to learn it. No, don't buy it. It's basically the same as an Urus, performance-wise, but way more. This Mercedes thing, which I'm sure is really expensive and really nice, but is really dumb for the price. So, I mean, you get TVs, so that's cool. They don't work, but you get them. At $329,000, I don't think I need to say anything else. Lamborghini Aventador. A lot of people buy this because Strad, man. But, definitely not a bad car. Overall, it's just not worth it, again. Huracan STO. Really sick car. You know, you got main paint, secondary paint options. This is my old spec, but I had to sell it because I didn't care for it that much because Huracan. Really good acceleration. Not a great top speed. Good handling car. Definitely, if you want like a good race car, worth it because it's really good, but otherwise, not really. Ford GT. Sounds really cool, actually. This car is one of the best sounds in the game, in my opinion. Performance-wise, not worth it. The Ferrari 812 super fast. Its name is a lie. It's not even that fast. The Mercedes, I don't even know what this is anymore, but it's the AMG next version of the GTR. It's not really that good, honestly. It's not that good. McLaren 765 LT, and this car is really cool because, well, it's got the steering wheel on the wrong side, so that's not cool. Otherwise, it's good because good top speed for it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Good acceleration and really good handling. So it's not really worth it, but it's a good all-arounder. Ferrari 488 Pista. I mean, it's as good as an F8. It's better than an F8. but it's way more. So it's not really worth it. You're just better off to grind for something else. The Lamborghini Aventador Sv. Good car. Good stats overall. Just, again, not really worth it. 2017 Ford GT. It's not bad. It's just not good. I'm so sick of saying this. The Acura GT. Not good. It's slow. Sounds cool, I guess, but it's just not good. The Ferrari F12 something, or is this an 812? That's got to be an 812. Ferrari 812 something. I don't know. Again, just no. The Celine S7, finally a good car, but now we're going to be comparing everything to this. Hooray. Okay, 248 miles an hour, 3.2 seconds. Not great acceleration, really good top speed. This is the car you want to get after the F8 Tributo because it's really OP. This was at one point the fastest car in the world. And, yeah. Alright, this Ferrari Sf90. No, very bad. The Hennessey Velociraptor 6x6. Really cool for a truck. Definitely better than the other 6x6 in this game. It's reasonable. It's actually pretty dang fast for like being a big truck, but it's not worth it at all. The Lamborghini Aventador Sv Roadster, because the top comes off. This is a decent alternative option to the Celine S7 because it's got better acceleration. It does have a worse top speed by a fair amount, but it looks way better and stuff and handles better, so it's really just whatever you prefer. Definitely a cool car. The Pagani Zonda. It looks okay. Honestly, I don't care much for this generation Zonda. Whatever. This type of Zonda. But it's slow and it's expensive, so no go. The Dedimaso P72, I think is what this one is. Cool car. Good handling. Good acceleration. Really good acceleration, actually. Decent top speed. Again, not bad. It's better than the Aventador Sv. It's a lot more, though, and it's not really worth it, and it's much worse than the Celine S7 for top speed, so just don't get it. The Porsche 918 Spider, I think this is, though I'm not positive on that. Good car, good acceleration, not worth it. The Hennessey Venom Gt. Now, this car is really fast, top speed, obviously. Good acceleration. This car's issue is it cannot turn. It's actually fairly stable, but it cannot turn. So all in all, if you can take the handling, this is a really good car. But if you can't, then just don't get it. I would say just try one of these before you buy it. They're fairly common to come across. But if you don't like having cars that handle really terribly, then yeah, this is not the car for you. The Mercedes G Wagon, that's really long, the 6x6, not worth it at all. It's slower than a Velociraptor. It looks worse in my opinion. Like, it's not a bad looking car, it just looks like a, I don't know, Velociraptor just looks cooler. I'm sorry. And, yeah, not worth it. The Ferrari F40. Older vintage Ferrari, cool if you want to collect it, but otherwise, if you're like looking to collect cars in this game, but it's not worth it. McLaren Senna, really good handling car, but just not worth it. Yeah. The McLaren P1, cool car, good acceleration, decent handling, bad top speed. Don't get it. I'm sick of saying this. The Bugatti Veyron. This is a good car because it's got a good top speed. It's decent handling. Now, it's not as fast as the Hennessey Venom Gt top speed wise, but it's got better handling. So I would personally use this car and just grind the extra bit of money. So yeah. However, I wouldn't really buy this car in the first place. I would just skip to the Chiron. But this is not a bad option. Koenigsegg Agera. This comes off. The roof also comes off. I would buy this car and use it, and I think it would be a lot better if it didn't have this freaking thing on the roof. Again, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the Bugatti Veyron, so yeah, wouldn't recommend it. Aston Martin Vulcan, the one cool Aston Martin. Good track car, bad at everything else. The Ferrari 599 XXXXXX, whatever number, however many number of X's are in it. Not bad car, it's just not good. The startup's really loud, so that's fun. Good track car. I guess it's not a terrible car. You know, good top speed, good acceleration, but it does require the track pass, which is understandable, but, you know. Koenigsegg Gemera. This car is really not good. The handling's just weird on it. I don't know why. Top speed's cool enough. 250, good acceleration, but not great. Ferrari, I don't know what this is. It's dumb. That's all you need to know. It's slow. Don't buy it. McLaren Speedtail. Good acceleration. Good top speed. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Lotus Avaya. Good top speed-ish. Not really. Good acceleration. Trouble with this car is it being electric means very few mods can be applied. I used to own this car and I sold it because you just can't do it much to it. So it's kind of, this is basically as fast as it gets. It gets a bit faster, but not by much, so not worth it. The Ferrari, what the frick is this? Something. Why don't I know what this is? Now I'm kind of concerned. But this car, decent at everything, but it's just not really great. The Aston Martin, other dumb car. That's all of them. This car, it's just not good, and I'm sick of saying this, but it's true. Pagani Huayra. Cool car, slow top speed like every Pagani. Just don't get it. Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta. Now this car is really nice looking. That's literally it. It's so slow top speed wise. Acceleration's not bad, but it's just not worth it. Lamborghini Centenario. Basically a slower LaFerrari, but it looks better. So, I mean, it's whatever you want. The only thing that bugs me is the fact that this is not plastic on the roof. Not smooth plastic. Because I believe it is a roadster. But it's not bad. It's just not worth it at all. Koenigsegg Agera RS. And this is where the big question comes in. So you have this car, Koenigsegg Agera RS, 2.8 million, 285 miles an hour, 2.9 seconds. Good car, really good car. The issue with this, it's just not stable on the highway. And because of that, my personal preference for grinding and most people's over it is the Bugatti Chiron. And yes, it's got a big top speed difference, much slower. Better acceleration, much slower top speed, but this car is so stable and it's got good handling that you can basically just pay no attention to the road and you'll be good. This is what a lot of grinders use. This is, I feel like if you're going to see any cars in DE grinding on the highway, it's going to be this car just because it's so stable and good. Like, I'd be Agera RSs all the time if I'm, like, doing highway race and stuff for fun because they just can't stay on the road. So I would recommend the Chiron for basically grinding, period. It's just a really solid car, good handling, looks pretty good. I mean, I know Bugatti's not my favorite. Personally, I prefer the Agera RS in real life. But for DE, the Chiron's the way to go. Ferrari Enzo, really cool car in real life. Really slow car in DE. Don't get it. The Sesto Elemento. Now, this car is not good for top speed, nor is it good really for acceleration. It's not bad for this price range, but it's not like the best. However, this is a really good handling car and is better really at handling than the Pagani Imola and then the Ferrari FXX Evo Evolution, whatever the frick it is, FXXK, that's what it is. So it's worth it at 3.4 million. It's much cheaper than the Imola and the FXXK, but for grinding, it's not worth it. The Huayra BC Roadster. This car is cool. It looks really good. It's got a reasonable top speed. I owned this recently. It's fun. It's the same as the Imola. So like this and the Imola are literal identical cars, Just the Imola's got better acceleration, but handling feels like identical. So for the price, it's not bad, but it's not really worth it either. Koenigsegg Jesko. Now this car has a really good top speed, but don't get sidetracked, I don't know, confused, whatever the word is, bamboozled, I don't freaking know. Just don't look at that because it's terrible. It's so glitchy, you cannot keep it on the road, and it's not worth it at all. Which is a shame, because if the chassis wasn't glitchy in this game, this car would be like the best grinder in the game besides the bleed. The Koenigsegg CCXR. Good handling car, well, good enough. Decent acceleration, decent top speed. I believe it's convertible. It's just a good cruising car. It's good at everything to some extent, but it's not really worth it. The Ferrari FXXK. Good track car, really good acceleration, good top speed. It looks cool. Decent car. The Pagani Imola. I owned this recently. Good acceleration, good top speed. Requires track pass, which is unfortunate. So does the Sesto. I forgot to mention that. This car, it just doesn't look good, but besides that, it's pretty cool. It's okay. The Pagani Zonda 5 Roadster. I own this car currently. The interior is really detailed. It's a cool car. It looks so cool, but it's just so terrible because it's so slow. Like, just don't get this car because it's basically the same as the $800,000 Pagani. It just looks different. So it's cool, but it's really not worth it. The Tesla Roadster. Good car. Can't really be upgraded, so just don't buy it as well. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. Now this car, lightning fast if it wasn't like super bad handling and whatnot. It's not the most unstable car in the game. It's just not really worth it because it's not stable. It's overall maybe about the same as using a Chiron with how much you'll glitch and stuff. And the Chiron's cheaper, so just get the normal Chiron. Mclaren F1 GTR Longtail, or maybe this isn't the GTR, but just Longtail, whatever the case. Not worth it. It's a really cool car in real life, but it's just not worth it. The McLaren Sabre. Good top speed. Good acceleration. It definitely is pretty stable, but it's not the most stable. All in all, it's not a bad car, just for the price. It's basically a Chiron. The Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, however you say it. Good acceleration, really good acceleration. Bad top speed, and the car's handling's just okay. I wouldn't call it like amazing. So it's really not worth it. The Bugatti Divo, however you say it. Cool car. I love the interior on this and stuff like that. I feel like this is the car a lot of people get because they think it's really good or something. And it's not bad, but it's like a Chiron that's less stable with a bit better of top speed. So that's just, it just evens out with the Chiron, so there's no point. And the Bugatti Bolide. Really good acceleration, really good top speed, really good handling. This car is insane. Just, it's not that stable. Now, at top speed, like I said, it shakes around. This is better than the Chiron, in my personal opinion, for grinding. I've driven these a lot because several of my friends own them, and I like to try them out. It's really good handling and stuff like that, and good acceleration as well. One of the top drag cars, one of the top handling cars, one of the top circuit race cars, stuff like that. It's just, it's $25 million, and it requires track pass, so it's over double the Devo. And the performance isn't that much better. So it's not really worth it, but you can always dream. Anyways, that's going to do it for my sort of like overview of all the cars in the driving empire. Keep in mind, like I said in the start, this is all down to opinion. So, like, if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. Also, sorry I don't know all the car names, but you can like figure them out because it shows the name like right up on screen too. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, then good for you, I guess. You don't have to leave a like. I don't care, honestly. It'd be cool if you did, though, so do it. Or I will take all your Robux. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one, and Venom out.